All right, welcome back, everyone. Some major, not major, minor technical difficulty. A little bit earlier, I started talking about B&R, but I think in the interest of time, I'm just gonna jump straight into a match. Uh, Long story short, Entomb and Nadu got banned, so we can talk more during the stream, but I want to make up for lost time as my computer unexpectedly just crashed. So no more of that. I guess maybe it's a sign from the warning gods, f- sign from the magic gods that we shouldn't be talking about BNR. I guess we'll keep it reluctantly. I think I just get this. Let me think about that for a sec. Yeah, I think I just take the threat. This build is not going to be optimal until at least another week, unfortunately. For those who are looking to play the showcase this Sunday, I won't be available, I don't think, but beans. I think I'm just gonna do this playthrough days and then waste them. It's kind of annoying. This game looks very different if we're on the play, but so be it. The reason why I'm playing Wasteland is we're in preparation for Badger Mole, which I think completely changes his deck. Bowmaster's probably. One thing I don't really enjoy about the beginning of a new meta is people tend to play their brews again. Not that this is a brew, but you don't really get good practice because they think their 2016 deck is viable again, so to speak. I think I'm gonna just cut black. Maybe we're gonna flood out here a little bit, but we'll see. It's kind of brutal. It's why I don't really like keeping 4 land hands because that can happen, but I figure it might be okay with Wasteland. But it doesn't matter here. We're just like too many lands, right? That's kind of funny. Is this person? I'm kind of curious why they're still playing that. It's kind of odd, but whatever. I think we're gonna lose this game just because we're beyond flooded. Interesting that they're playing Spellbomb when Reanimators got banned, but maybe they're thinking what we're thinking, that Graveyard's not really gonna go away. Like people are dying to play the graveyard deck that is not Reanimator. So this is kind of bad for us. Bowmasters, but yeah. I think if we mulligan, we probably win this game. The way it's gone, but it's hard to say. We just drew way too many lands. Which is one of the problems. Well, Wasteland's typically okay, but we have to have decent amount of pressure. I don't think we're winning this game. We're too far behind. The, one of the things here is like they can spell bomb us and then ping the artisan. Actually, bowmasters being a thing again is a little bit dicey. The fiend artisan is in preparation for the cub, the badger mole cub, because you can like LD people out of the game. I won't get into specifics, but wow, they don't have it. Okay. Well, unfortunately, what are we doing here? LD doesn't really work here. Situations like this, I wish I had a grist. Actually, a Sylvan safety here is pretty nice. Like, I could have got something else, but I think I just want to just turn off the removal in case, because especially if they pop the spell bomb and then bowmasters me, then I'm just out of luck, right? Oh, that's a mistake. What am I doing? Oh my god. Oh, they didn't think to pop the spell bomb. Oh my god. I punt it and then they punt it back. Yeah, so I threw and then they threw back because they didn't punt. But that's the interaction I guess I need to keep track of again. It used to be a big thing and then Bowmasters became unplayable. Maybe it's playable again. I think there will be people who want to win the Temple Mirrors, so there's that. I don't think this is like a particularly good card for what it's worth. It's like okay. I think it's like very overrated. Probably hit the Cradle, I would imagine. Three. Wow. That's bad for us. In hindsight, maybe I don't play anything there because I can just like get a crack at some point by just cloning the. But I guess I have to play a creature, right? So I guess I'm just doomed regardless. We're probably just dead, to be honest. Like I said, we just drew too many lands this game. It's on me. Like I tend to be really loose at to start streams and just in leagues in general or anything I play. That's generally when I'm most susceptible. The first match of the day, the night. I just kind of like goes through the emotions and don't think. But yeah, my mistake from the mulliganing earlier. I don't know what my opponent's doing and why they're not. See my Cradle. I don't know what's going on. Like three, three, four, five, six, seven. We're one short. Oh, it'd be nice to have another fetchable here, but we don't. Actually, I could attack there. I guess it doesn't matter. We're just gonna draw a million right now with the Murktide region. That's looming. Maybe they mill themselves. How funny would that be? I'm not gonna give my our opponent a chance to do anything. Well, let me see. Three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Maybe they force this. I mean, they've got to have force by now, right? Yeah, I don't think we give our opponent a chance to do anything here. We make sure the attractive resolves. Murderous cut or something. I don't know. Cradle, Green Sun, Curator. Do we want a curator? I think the answer is yes. Well, curator can't get through the Murktide region though. Murktide's gonna get pretty big. I guess the other stuff doesn't matter. We can't attack. It'd be hilarious if they milled themselves. I don't think they run endurance, so like our opponent might have thrown this game. We'll see. Actually, do we care about this? Maybe not. I actually don't think we care. That can get resolved. We have to protect the attracts at all costs. And the safekeeper, I guess. Might be a very interesting game. They may have just like Murktide again, but if they Murktide, they just die, right? Because of the beanstalk. How funny is that? They can't attack because we're gonna attack back. Oh my god, I cannot believe I won this game. I did not deserve to win this game. Oh my god. All right, we'll take it. Do we want seize or we want endurance this matchup? Probably just seize, force the combo through, right? I think that's probably fine. We're just trying to be a combo, I think, against them. Wasteland. Do we want Wasteland against this? Probably not in our current configuration because um, I think we just want to be a combo deck. Bog. Probably the extra land's probably nice. I don't think we want to flood out. Wasteland might be okay. Sure, let's try it. I don't really want to waste them, to be honest. No land. I think this is a mull. Better, but still pretty bad. probably take our Green Sun. We'll ramp with High Arc. They probably waste us. We still have a Cradle. There's the Bowmaster we were talking about. Could be Beans, I guess. Or that I don't care about as much. Our opponent screwed that royally though. I don't know why they're not using their wastelands. Like we should have for sure lost. The asterisk. That's a problem. So I think I don't. Well, I don't know. Phenars didn't want us to game, but could have easily not. I think we do that here and just play everything. They we're gonna hopefully be able to slam natural order here. What are they doing? Leo or something? Sure. I don't think we care about that. Top deck Thoughtseize would be really nice here. Maybe they waste this here. They should. If they have it. Nope, they don't have it. We can go 2, 3, 4 and leave that. Do they have it? We can play around days. I don't think I'm trying to play around double days here. Yeah, I could have done that with playing the other Cradle, but didn't think that was worth it. Especially since we're gonna crack this peatland at some point. They probably have force. I guess not. The game's just over then. Once Green Sun and I guess a Hierarch. Wasteland here is pretty good too. Just maybe cut them off green or something. Kike, great. What do you think of the new Badger Mole Cup card? Good question. I think the card is bananas in this shell. I think we are the best shell for it too because we get to play two broken lands, whereas most other green decks only get to play one, and in multiples. I mean, I'm not talking about like one Cradle and one Wasteland. I think it's absolute bananas in this deck. Because Cradle means you could natural order on turn two, so and you can ramp into Atraxa. So like both halves of the card is really good. And then the recursive part, besides making it a creature, you can just like recur Wasteland or nurturing Peatland, which is why I'm testing it, right? What are they doing here? 3 mana. They're deluging. Ooh. Oh, 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 that's sucks. So they would have won a 7. I mean, to be fair, we would have had a actually that would have been pretty devastating. I think we just in this case I would have played a Wasteland Green Sun for Why the Reliquary, but yeah. All right. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom. Yeah. So besides, recursive wasteland or, supercharging your cradles, it also gives you extra body for Water the Reliquary. The other thing it does is like you're already playing Water the Reliquary anyways because it's with Nadu banned now. And Tammy, I guess, still lingering around. It's top 3 creature in legacies. Keep. Yeah, you have. Yeah, it's just a perfect fit, I think, for this deck. I think other green decks probably, benefit from playing it as well. Um, Let me just do this. I think other green decks benefit from playing it as well, but we benefit the most because we have 2 broken lands, like I said, and we have land fetchers to find both broken lands, and we have a pitch for the creature that it creates. Right? It just does everything. Sure. Can we just waste our opponent here? Oh, how funny! How funny! Okay. We hope they don't have to reanimate. Oh, nice. You're just F now, homie, for taking that line. Oh, actually, we know their hand. There's the anime dead. What are we doing here? We do that. Oh, I messed up. I'm gonna have to pitch the Peatland because I screwed up the sequencing. Because I want a Gragas Cradle. My prediction that I should I think I just waste my opponent out of the game, right? Yeah, well, we don't need to play Magic. Later. Did we just bash here? I think so. Game's already over. uh, yeah, it's long overdue. Long overdue. Keen Eye's still pretty good. Maybe I'll keep one. Maybe I will keep one in my deck. I like what I saw there out of it. And it's a mana sink for Cub too, or for the Mole as well. So I'll think about that. Fiend Artisan, I don't know. To recur the Wasteland, it might be a little bit tricky because the timing is timing sensitive. We'll see how that works out. Maybe we just want two Keen Eyes or something. All right, they're on the self reanimation plan. I don't think that's very good. They should probably be playing like Cabal Ther. I mean, not Cabal Ther. Careful Study or something like that. Sure. This matchup is gonna be super lopsided for us in our favor because they don't have Entomb, which is the card I probably only care about in the match. Like Tamio, pretty bad against us. Bargoyf, okay, but we have answers. Hmm. But doesn't play Magic, unfortunately. This would be like a perfect hand, but we need a mulligan. Sure. That actually. Maybe to take the endurance. I don't know. Probably the green sun, to be honest. It's pretty loose. I think they're playing Archon. They must be on Careful Study. Like, otherwise their deck's like super inconsistent. If they're not playing Careful Study, if they're gonna waste this, I want them to waste the guy's cradle, and we're not playing around anything here. They know we have endurance. They're gonna know that we. They're gonna assume that we drew a green card. I think we're gonna once for hopefully some irrelevant creature. Keen Eye is pretty clutch here. Or Reclaimer is pretty good too. I think we want Keen Eye. Doesn't play around days, but okay, that's fine. Keen Eye's still pretty good. Not gonna lie. If people are still playing Reanimator, like especially a bad version of it, do we care? I don't think so. you can have that. Do I seize them right here? I think in case they have removal. They force, so maybe not. I think we try to be mana efficient here. Mm, yeah, they can have that. We're the better raccoon deck, so as long as they don't have removal, we're probably okay. We'll just pass here. Worldly tutor. We'll take the Bargoyf, I guess. Gonna waste their mana. Do we care? Probably not. Sure. They have to go for a creature here. Maybe they go for the ignoble. I don't know. Seven. Let me think about that. Can we deal with a 7 ball us? Yeah, I think we can probably deal with that. They do have it. Oh, I'm stupid. Okay, so they have more mana than us. That's fine. I can just pass here. Oh, that's a mistake. I screwed that up. I'm misplaying here, but that's okay. Ah, that's cute. That's cute. They have to pitch. Can't believe I lost this. It's kind of annoying. That's okay. So now I know what their deck does at least. If I were to guess, I need to look at the. It feels like I misplayed somewhere along the way. Fatal Push Brainstorm. The Once Upon a. They killed it. They reanimated it. Yeah, see, they were one turn ahead of me, and I didn't have any other accelerant. That's in general, they should not be able to beat us in a keen eye mirror, so to speak. So I guess because they killed our dork, and then we just like got put at awkward spot where they had to reanimate for the Bargoy. Um, Probably fine. gonna run that into. Maybe they try to get us here. I don't know. I'm like tempted to hit the keen eye so they don't try to like race it. But I think if they do race us here, they probably lose the race. They can have that. Like I think a land drop would be really good here. Sure, that's kind of bad against us. Oh, I should not. I should have attacked first. I'm sorry, cast the keen eye first. Didn't matter. We'll just pass. Very odd. They're just passing turn. If you want to waste me, you can. I don't care. I think that's Talon Gates here. Yeah, just got like full blowout right here. I think my opponent just lost the game because they did that. Yeah. Good game. I did not play very well at all, but that kind of carried me. Keenan is still very good. Why is that? He's the Verubin. Actually, if you really wanted to help our deck, I think they would ban like what's it called? Planar Nexus. Like, get rid of that land, please. Entomb going hurts us, in my opinion. Because we can beat Reanimator, and Reanimator tends to suppress a lot of the things we may care about. Magic Dads, so probably Reanimator. So many people just trying to spam Reanimator still. Haven't given up on the dream. I see. Ooh, what are we doing here? This has to be ramp. Maybe it's fine. I don't know. I have to imagine they're Reanimator, but who knows? What do we get? All the once? Oh, we got land. Yeah. Um, the mole is insane. I think the mole is, I think, insane. What's going on here? Brutality. Oh my god. Okay. I mean, I guess we have to pray we somehow get another turn, and I don't think we are. I don't think this deck's good, but people are gonna try it. Not the land. It's too slow. Just the mole. The land, that's way too much setup. You have to kill your opponent by turn 3 in general in this format. Hmm. Yeah, I think I'm off Phoenix. It's so slow. I think I would just rather have more K curators. Hopefully they miss. I don't think it's kind of sick. I think it's a very sick. Ooh, they missed. Probably the white. I feel like we're dead, but I don't know. We'll see. We were one mana short, but maybe they whiffed. I don't know. This. Jesus. All right. Let me see what this does. Travel. I don't think we want to do that. I don't even know what this does. How do you exile card? Oh, sure, whatever. Just take it all, I guess. Yeah, maybe I don't know. I just too many words. I just didn't want to read the text. Yeah, I probably punted. I just didn't care. I was like, your stuff's got too many text, too many words on it. It's not competitive anyway. So Uh, what are we doing here? Yeah, I probably should have pulled. I'd probably win that game, but it's like I just didn't care. Like my, I don't know. Maybe I just miscounted. I thought I had 16. I guess I was at 19. Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to just block with the safekeeper. I see Fiend is too way too slow. I think I'd rather just have a one drop. Yeah, I like I said, I punted that. I just DGAF. I don't care. Um, yeah, I guess I have to. I didn't even think about that. Actually, it's a long con, right? I'm gonna let them play their bad deck, and then what's it called? It? They're more likely to register in the future, and we can win it when it matters. It's the long con, right? Or we just want to make sure we have enough leeway to win, right? We're gonna self kneecap. I like, frankly, just don't have any motivation to play against this because I don't think it's real. What are we doing here? I guess we do that. Just have removal or something. I think the moral of today is I don't want Fiend Artisan going forward. Mm, you kidding me? If they have it. This inconsistent deck is gonna have it. I guess so. Yeah. Yeah. This deck is not real. They need like the perfect seven, and good luck with that in a longer event. It's unfortunate. Like I said, I should have won game one, but that's okay. I don't really care. Let them have their day. Let them have their day. I don't think we're beating this with natural order boarded out. We'll just concede. We got gifted a game earlier, so I guess to be fair to the Mag universe, we gifted one back. I think it's kind of obvious though that once we get our hands on the Badger mole, uh, these obviously become Badger moles. They're just placeholders for now, and then I can play Endurance main. I don't really want to play Thoughtseize main, but it is what it is. And I think instead of the two artisans, I think I just want more curators. The card is like very good. it's still a mana sink, and that can play like a low resource game that Fiend Artisan is like less adept at doing. We won't get that 5-0, but that might be a blessing in disguise. I don't know if I want my list published. Especially with Eternal Weekend around the corner for Europe. Not that I'm going, but like anybody who plays this list might appreciate that if we don't get our list published. All right. I think based on the fact that we had two Cradles, we're just gonna fetch a basic here. But my read at least was I'm happy about my read in terms of like it looks like people are still playing graveyard decks because they think everybody's cutting the okay, so there's a couple of levels to this. The people who don't play as much are gonna be cutting their graveyard hate. The people who play a little bit more that usually play graveyard decks are gonna play playing the graveyard decks because they think the masses are gonna be cutting their graveyard hate, which is accurate. And then we're like one step ahead of that, so it's gonna be neat. It's gonna be neat for sure. People are like, WTF? Why is this guy playing graveyard hate? We'll pass. A natural order next turn, which is pretty neat. They swords us here. That's fine. Eat their land. I mean, their ponder. Actually, I should do it now. That's okay. I can lose 1 point of damage, but I don't want them to just randomly swords here. Sure, that's fine. Oh wow. Okay, we have not lethal. Sorry. We have a lot of damage. Is what I'm trying to say. Swords? You gotta be kidding me. Uh, sure. Wow. Okay. There's. I don't. I don't know. I don't really try not to get too involved with it. I think it's a little weird that they banned Nadu without banning something from the Mystic Forge deck, but weirdness aside, I don't really feel anything about it. We lost arguably our best matchup, Reanimator. But I do think there's still gonna be a lot of other good matchups. Our opponent says my friend is a big fan. So that's cool. I'm more excited to kind of like test right now and be 1 week away from one of the biggest printings for this deck since Water the Reliquary, which is the Badger Mole. Yeah, I don't know. To me, it's kind of futile to like. It's kind of futile to be upset at Wizards of the Coast. I just think like because this format is pretty casual, like they're just obviously gonna cater towards to two things. One, what makes them the most money, and two, like if they can make the player base happy as well in parallel, right? All right, what are we doing here? I don't think I want Phoenix. This card has just felt bad to me. Snuff Out and Thoughtseize look good. So does Gutshot. Uh, I don't think I want Collective actually. This Protection Suite kind of sucks too. The Talent Gates is because they usually have Prismatic Ending. Everything else like seems reasonable enough. My friend here is very friendly. Oops, what am I doing? Did I just cut Reclaimer for no reason? Oh, yeah, no, we still have it too. I just thought it. This is like a decent hand. I'm gonna try to like waste my opponent to oblivion here. Ew, that's not what I want to see. We can waste them turn two. I actually like that a lot. Like we can't die here, so oh, that was a perfect draw. Uh, it's pretty annoying. What I'm trying to think, what could the step through get? The needle here is like super annoying too. Hmm. I guess they can get like Magus on us, but that's whatever. I'm curious why they didn't play this that wizard. Maybe there's another one that I'm not thinking of. Yeah, let's just take that. That's probably scarier. I don't want to give them the option. That's the thing, right? Because they can find illusionists anyways. That's my rationale. At least. They had to like bin that. It also means top deck removal. It gets a lot better. Sure. Oh god. You need to have the removal here, I guess. Did not draw it. I'm just dead here. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Like their hand was like super redundant. Pithing Needle actually in this new meta maybe gets a lot better without Nadu around. Although they did have the 2 prismatic endings, maybe it doesn't matter. Top deck Shuko was pretty clutch on their behalf. We had the waste for the shoot. Yeah, I don't know. I think we played that correctly. It just didn't work out. Like C's, they have like both parts. They have the redundant piece removal too. Yeah, I don't think there was really anything we could have done about that. Maybe we take the needle, but I think ending is better than needle there. Do we want anything different? I don't think so. I don't like drawing the collector oof and then it just not doing anything. I think it's fine. We took a chance that the nurturing peeling could draw us into something relevant, and it did not. Ooh, this hand is like functional if they don't have removal, but if they have the swords, it's like so much worse. Let's try it. We're the wasteland that can buy us the time. At least they don't have the swords. Ew, Tamio is kind of annoying though. Actually, I'm supposed to seize there. That's a mistake on my behalf. I'm like playing pretty loosely. Yeah, I'm. That's a bad mistake by me. I only have one threat, and I needed to protect it with Thoughtseize. I like tunnel vision into the other line here. If they have the swords here, I'm just like screwed now. So that's bad by me. Not punished. There's actually a cool line here that I may end up taking. It's gonna be a very odd line, but where I'm gonna gut shot my own arbor to kill the Tamio, but we'll see. It feels. Oh, there's a percent ending. We have to take the ending. What? Yeah. Well, let me think about that. If we take the nomads, oh my god, this is like kind of bad for us. Actually, if we waste them off, that might be okay. Kill the Tamio in the process. Yeah, maybe that's okay. My opponent is very friendly. They just picked up the deck, and they were hoping I would miss the line where I can just eat the nomads. My backup plan was like gut shot my own arbor, but I did not really want to do that, to be honest. The wasteland there was like insane because I'm cutting off their mana too. All right, I'm gonna use the restroom again real quick. We probably should be 4-0, but to be honest, we one of our other opponents gifted us a game too. All right, last one. Pretty productive lead, I think. I think the setup with Fiend Artisan and the Mole is probably gonna be too sequencing intensive. Like you have to sequence in a way where you line it up so that you can Fiend Artisan for Mole, targeting the wasteland that you just played that turn. That's gonna hit their land. Like that's a lot of moving parts. When in general you want to fire off that wasteland ASAP, I don't think that's worth it. This is like a lot of moving parts, or maybe I wouldn't say it's a lot of moving parts. It's the sequencing is like really awkward. Like you're gonna be incentivized to hold Wasteland when you should not, and I don't want to do that. Let me think about because when we were drawing it there, there wasn't really like you kind of have to have the Wasteland if that makes sense. Like the following turn, if you're gonna Fiend Artisan for Mole, which is the reason we would play one, um, and why you didn't fire off earlier is a different story, right? Like you're gonna have to be essentially spending 3 mana just to like recur or Wasteland. I don't think that's worth it. It's like 2 mana negative if that makes sense. So I do think I like the first key knife for sure. Whether we should play playing two is if I don't know, but it would be nice to have more ones. But Kenai really closes the game really quickly and gives um something to do for the mole mana. Also, you just have 6 2 drops to go dork into mole into 2 drop as well. So that might just be worth it based alone. Reclaimer doesn't close the game fast. I imagine it's gonna be like a ton of decks that try to kill you fast again that rise to the top. And Reclaimer, for how much I love the card, is not aging very well when some of these clocks are so fast now. And it plays defense quite well, but doesn't really play offense. At least not well. It's a very defensive card in nature. Mar DM, probably Mystic Forge. That's okay. I think I got a lot of good feedback out of this. Keep kind of surprised they're not playing Mystic Forge, but I don't know. They did turn one see the sign not pass to. That was like a telegraph, really strong turn two play. So I was just hoping to cheese the win there, right? If they like knew to play around Wasteland, that's like super heads up on their behalf. I think we just want to ramp. Very odd. What's going on here? They didn't do anything really the first 3 turns though. They're on the Saga planet. It looks like that can be beat, but I think I'm gonna play this in case they needle me. don't know what the heck's going on. Maybe they just kept a hand with force. That's the only thing I can think of. It doesn't make any sense otherwise. Key9 tends to be extremely good in this matchup for what it's worth. Because, well, maybe not against this particular board state, but in general, it can grow to 7-7 pretty easily. Yeah, I don't know. My opponent has Brewer's advantage on their side. I don't know what their deck's doing. Oh, okay. Now I figured it out now. We're just dead. They're an Echo deck. We had that collective that we passed up. It's unfortunate. Also, it's pretty brutal because if I know what they were on, I would have played this differently. I figured it didn't really matter. I thought they were like on affinity or something, but because and that's why I used up the green sun because I figured I was gonna cast natural order. Just F6 because it doesn't matter. I'm kind of over this game anyways. Maybe I just concede. I just want to go to sleep. I think. I don't know what's going on with my opponent's deck here. Seems a little random. Yeah, like I said, if I had known what my opponent was playing here, it would be a different story. I think they get locked out by the collective, which their deck this deck is like very soft too. I guess the good thing about it is like F6 in here, we can see if we need to play around force. The answer looks like no. And we're hesitant to jam the natural order there because I thought we were gonna see force from their end. That should be it. All right. Now we know what we're playing against, so that's good. Uh, no. Well, maybe Artisan's okay here, but in general, probably not. No Bog, no Talent. Well, Talent Gates might be relevant because of the Hull Breacher. I think I cut a forest here. Reclaimer's too slow. No Key9 is too slow too. Even though it's a fast clock, I think we just need pressure. Just go with this. It's by far been the worst card today. Sure. Not what I want to see, but we have the snuff out. think I hit their mana here. The jig is up. They know about the force. I don't think there's any reason to force now. I don't think they have. Uh, I don't think they have. Really? I guess they are playing force. Huh. Sure. I would not guess that they're playing force, but I guess. I should. I guess I don't need to play a land drop here. The wasteland. I'm like sequencing really poorly here. I potentially cost myself an extra point of damage. Well, the Relicord just taking over the game though. Yep. Playing loose, but got away with it. Um, how are we doing this? I think we boarded correctly. This is looking kind of loose too, but I don't know. I'm just testing out like whether that's supposed to be duress or not. I don't know. Why do the Reliquary game Wasteland pretty good though? This is a very good hand. The only thing is this hand has no pressure, but that's about it. Nope, they're dead. Well, I guess they can LED like unmold themselves, which is what they're doing now. Mm, what am I doing? I think I leave the Force of Vigor up just in case. I don't think we need to Wasteland just yet. Hopefully we can get the 2-for-1. Do I just hit the city here? I feel like the answer is yes. Well, easy peasy. Probably should have been 5-0, but maybe it's good, like I said, that we threw earlier against the Reanimator player, where we just didn't want to read their cards. Mm, yeah, I mean, I think the moral of the story is this deck still feels very good. Probably gonna get big upgrade with Mole. Phenarzen should probably just be the Keen Eyes. But yeah, I think deck felt pretty good to me. Anybody have any questions? Possibly the Force Thoughtseize is supposed to just be main. That way we can make room, right? Like we had the actually, well, yeah, I think it's probably fine. The deck felt very good. And the one game we lost, I threw. Anybody have any questions? Here are my socials. But we we got gifted a game somewhere here. I don't remember what it was. One of these pilots. I think it was this one, KYK321. I don't remember who, or maybe the first one. Whoever the bug player was that didn't that lost despite four beans on the field and just milled themselves out. That was the game we were gifted. All right. I think that said, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I got a lot of useful information. Anybody have any questions for me? Like I said, I think going forward, Zero Fiend Artisan. We have 1 week before Mole comes out, but unfortunately, the showcase for anybody playing is this weekend, and I think we're just gonna have to live with Keen Eye, at least the full playset for the time being. All right, if there's no other questions, I'm going to go ahead and raid somebody. Looks like Randall KTO is cubing, so let's do that. All right, thank you everyone for hanging out, and hopefully you enjoy the stream. Sideboard could be a couple different ways, but we'll see.